Hit it.
Hey! Welcome to the Ramble Radio.
But,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but,
Yes.
but.
Yeah.
Also
I'm waiting.
video. Also,
oh, look at
also
this.
video.
Look at it.
Also
You ready for this? For the 357th time.
Yeah.
You want to know something exciting?
Yeah, what?
There are almost more Ramble radios than there are days in a year. What
Is that a gift from us to the Ramblers?
And I don't understand what else. What else is it? What else is it? What else is it? And
we need to calculate when Ramble Radio, what day Ramble Radio will pass Ramble proper or
I know
Ramble
we need to get
Prime.
ready. And then, you know, what I think
We
we're
gotta
going to
figure this
still be
out.
saying that day after all this, after all these gifts we're giving. Do you know what I still think we're going to be saying?
I think I have an idea.
These fucking people.
These fucking people. These
Stuck
fucking
at
people.
137 5-star
Wow.
ratings.
It's almost a slap in the face.
You would think it's Locker Miltic is
Almost.
still your king of the hill. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. But
Great for him.
my God, it's getting embarrassing for everyone else. Isn't that the best way to put it?
Where's Jimmy Bob Backlund? Where's Jimmy Bob Backlund?
Where's he at? What happened?
He doesn't want his title back?
Not
Chucky
just-
Bob
he's
Phil?
good.
Chucky Bob
Phil
Backlund?
just said, I'm walking. I'm done.
What happened to Seahawks fan? Where's he at?
Where's Brian Hill?
Where's Brian Hill?
We need to get down to brass tacks.
Where have you
and
gone,
I.
Joe DiMaggio?
Where have you gone? Our nation turns, our Ramble Nation turns its lonely eye. God, we're never going to do Ramble Nation. This is Ramble Nation.
Ramble Nation.
We're on Ramble Nation. Can we just say, and I think you might speak to this as well.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that you and I would both like to pretend that there was not a Week 5 in the NFL. Is that safe?
Oh, it's bye week for both teams.
Isn't
I
that
believe.
weird? They had
Or
an
at
extra
least
bye week.
Or at least both teams treat it as if it was a bye week.
That's how it felt. It felt as if it was just, okay, you guys just got an extra bye week. Okay,
At
I'm not
least
mad at
your
that.
team got beat by the best team in the league.
Yes. but
My
boy,
team
did they
got
get
smoked by the worst team in the league.
beat. Oh, but boy,
So.
did they get beat.
They did. I
mean-
think it brought Cowboys Nation back to earth a little bit.
Well,
where they do stand.
here's the thing. I thought the defense might be good enough to get us far, the Cowboys,
Yeah.
but I had a bad feeling about the guy, one Dak Prescott. I always thought, because I think to win with him, and it can be done, but I think everything has to be fucking perfect.
You can't
And-
rely on Dak Prescott to win you the games.
And I am telling
the
you,
thing.
remember, what's my name? Mr. Football, right?
Mr. Football. Mr. Football.
Mr. Football. I called this after their first series when they had maybe the quickest 3-and-out in NFL history. I was like, they're not going to win. I just knew. I knew they're not – because that's when you have to answer back.
Right,
You have
right,
to
right.
do something. If you're not going to score, at least
Right.
drive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to at least drive. And the fact that they couldn't get I think they got 2 yards tops on that first series. I was like,
Just
well,
in
that's
case
it. It's
people
over.
at home don't believe you are Mr. Football,
Yes. Yeah.
you actually mailed me this on Friday,
Yeah.
your final prediction of the score for
I'm
the
ready.
Sunday night game.
Yeah.
And this is just, you sent it to me. This is legit.
Look at that. How crazy
Look
is
at
that?
it. I mean,
How
is that
crazy?
nuts? You called it to the points.
now,
That's
look.
insane.
Now look, and I said San
That's
Francisco's
nuts.
gonna be the first score, Dallas will be the second score. I told you that,
Yeah.
remember? And
Yeah,
you know what's
yeah.
even stranger? You pulled that out of an unpeeled orange. Do you remember that too? Remember
that was what was amazing.
I handed you an
You gave me a
orange.
basket of fruit, and I'm like, what is this? He's like, you'll find it.
You'll know. And then by the time you got to the orange, you peeled it open, and then there it was. Right?
I was like, what are these numbers? He's like, you'll know.
You'll know, Mr. Football.
Mr. Football.
And so, dare I say, I'm ready. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I think it's time to move on from Dak. Now, won't do it this year. He's getting too much money.
No. Too much money. But you can't re-up. You can't keep that contract. It's like Ezekiel Elliott a couple years ago.
You gotta
So
let. I mean, and I even if it means the Cowboys just eat that fucking salary, draft a QB, please, dear God, draft a QB.
Are you going to give Trey Lance a shot?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. If let's say, you know, it's
the thing is, the Cowboys are good enough to make the playoffs. They're good enough.
But you see what happens when they come against another playoff team.
And I think they could even. I think you could even catch the Eagles on a bad week and beat. And I think they can beat the Eagles and probably maybe if the Eagles stumble a little bit, take the division.
Yes,
but I don't think you're not getting past San Francisco. No.
No way.
Unless another major injury happens to San Francisco like last year.
They would have to get massively hurt. There's no way. I don't see anybody beating them in regular season, healthy, whatever. But if they stay healthy, I don't see how they're not Super Bowl champs. There's no way. Yeah. And so it's like, I'm telling you, dude. And San Francisco proved it. You can find a quarterback with the 9,000th pick of the draft.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant.
I mean, he is. I thought he was going to suck this year. He's been fucking fine. And
fucking had me wrong. I had it wrong completely.
Yep. So, I mean, man. But we're just going to pretend that no football happened for us.
No football happened.
That was very weird extra bye week.
Maybe Jack Del Rio should stop showing game footage of January 6th and actually prep the football team for their opponent.
For like an NFL offense?
Just stop showing how it was just a peaceful protest.
The wonderful Jack Del Rio. I hate saying this, former Dallas Cowboy Jack Del Rio. That hurts to say.
Yeah. He's tainted both our teams.
He really has. But here's how I had a bad feeling the Cowboys were going to lose too. They hyped this game up way too much as like the old rivalry's back. No, it's not. The 49ers have owned them the past like 3 meetings.
Dak has been talking a lot of shit the last few weeks too. Like he's been mouthing off a little bit. I'm like, you haven't done anything yet.
You haven't beaten them yet. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
Go beat them.
The media wants to see us fail. I'm like, well, no, when you act that way, and
when
then
you act that way, they do. Yeah, absolutely, they love it.
They do want to see you fail. They also give you more coverage than any other sports franchise. So
ever. So
how about shutting up?
That's the thing. It's like you can't complain because that comes with the job.
Yeah.
If you are, I mean, my God, is on one of his albums. On the inside note, Jay-Z was wearing a Quincy Carter jersey, for crying out loud. If you are the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, I might say that is that and center fielder for the Yankees. That's
pretty much.
What I mean,
you also don't have that massive contract that you have making all that money unless you're playing in Dallas. If you're playing in Cleveland, you're not getting that contract.
No way.
I mean, Deshaun Watson did because Deshaun Watson at the time was Deshaun Watson, but you've never played at that level where you would earn that type of contract.
Yep. He would. I don't know if Dak is Dak a backup right now. If let's say he played his entire career for another team. Let's say he got drafted by the Carolina Panthers and played for the Carolina Panthers. Is he a backup right now?
He could probably beat up Bryce Young. I don't know if Bryce Young can play pro football.
God. I hate that though because like I feel bad for these kids. I know, but I feel bad for these kids. Like, don't you think they deserve more than 4 games to prove?
I hadn't watched a Panthers game until this past weekend. I watched like a couple quarters of them playing the Lions, and it looks like a high school junior out there playing with men. And I'm not talking about his abilities. I'm just like his mere size. He's going to get killed.
Right.
Playing quarterback at that size.
But Brock Purdy, that's what Brock Purdy looks like. Brock Purdy looks tiny out there. It's weird. I don't know.
He doesn't look like he was a rookie last year, and he looked so poised. And Bryce Young just looks like he's running around with his hair on fire.
Yeah,
it's different.
What happened to remember like a year and a half ago, Carolina, like Matt Rule was the next Jimmy Johnson, and they were just about to. Do you remember that? Like that was legit. People were legitimately saying he's an ex-Jimmy, and that's it. But let's get down to brasser tacks. Loki,
season 2, episode 1.
So, are you with me? Kihei Kwanzaa Beyond,
dude.
What else could it be?
I mean, again, your point you had on Friday's Ramble Radio.
Yes, if y'all don't know, that would be. Hold on, let me tell it's Ramble Radio 356, Eddie,
go
which
back
you can
and give it a
find wherever
re-listen.
you can get podcasts.
I mean, if you think you're Mr. Football with football, you're Mr. Football with Marvel.
Mr. Football
let's
with
just.
That's the title of today's episode, Mr. Football with Marvel.
But for that actor to play that role, there's got to be something more to it.
Ouroboros is not just a repair guy at the TVA.
There's something to him because you made the point. Like if you've seen Loki, if you've seen the first episode, the guy, I forget the guy's name that Loki sees at the beginning when he cracks the floor.
Yeah, is one of the janitors. I forgot the guy's name.
One of the janitor guys. He's like, how'd that crack get there? And you just seen before when Loki was time jumping,
and he saw Loki cause the crack.
The floor,
and he didn't know who Loki was. So
He's like, how'd that get there?
Right.
He's like, it's always been there.
He sees Loki again, and he has no memory of having seen him in the past.
Right. Obviously means his mind has been wiped by Kang at some point.
By Kang.
The way he wiped everyone else's minds, as Loki alluded to in season 1, that somehow your minds are getting wiped when you're part of the TVA.
But Ouroboros is beyond this. No pun intended.
Because he's down there at the end in his little basement, and Loki's time jumping, and he's recalling everything that's happening to Loki, he's interacting with Loki as it's happening.
So his memory has not been affected. And the other thing,
not been effective.
And the other thing that was weird is and I love, this is probably my favorite moment in the episode, because I really think it's, if the memory thing wasn't enough, what really makes you wonder that Ouroboros might be something else is he's seen as like a funny, personable guy, right? He seems like he's the likable. He's a good dude. Everybody likes him. He's kind of a dork, whatever. And then at the end, I forgot the exact words that Mobius tells him, but he's like, I'm going to haul like I've never hauled before. He's like trying to make friendly banter.
Right.
And he just goes, okay. Like doesn't care whatsoever. Like there's no camaraderie. There's no, yeah, buddy, we got this. He could give a shit.
And when he goes to shut the door on him, he's like, time's up.
Time's up.
There's no I'll hold it as long as I can. He's just like, 3, 2, 1.
No, 3, 2, 1. This is it.
He's not going to make it.
Very robotic. So that's
very detached from everything.
Detached. That's why I'm telling you, this guy's the Beyonder. What he's doing is the weird part. That's what we need to figure out. Why does he need to infiltrate the TVA? Why does he need to do this? But I think that's what I just think Kihei Kwan is obviously so good. Again, the guy just took home the bling, Eddie.
Yeah,
he just took home the bling. You don't make him
be a comic relief,
right, for half an episode.
No,
this guy,
there's something going on.
There's something,
and we all know Beyonder is who orchestrates Secret Wars later on.
And that's the movie after Kang, correct?
That's after Kang Dynasty.
Is Secret War. So
and it's kind of cool too to see actually that scene where all the timelines are being smashed into trying to be smashed in one. We're actually witnessing incursions that are happening.
Yes.
In Doctor Strange
and is this how he makes Battleworld?
Is he smashing everything together to create
just
something?
Ripping parts of it apart or whatever, just so he can create Battleworld.
And what's going to be cool is if he this is just complete stupid fan theory, but maybe he creates Battleworld by smashing all of his universes together, and now you have heroes from each universe have to battle each other to make sure their universe carries on.
Yes, to keep going. Oh God, it's
like that will be the universe that stands, the one that wins.
The one that wins is the last one that. Oh man,
is what gets turned back into the sacred timeline.
I would love it if it turns out that when Kang Dynasty is over, this would be my favorite hope. And again, if it's not it, I'll be okay. But I hope that Ouroboros is the Beyonder and has just been using Kang this entire time.
Yeah.
Just playing him, using him to just
using
get
Kang
really
to split the multiverse.
Yep.
So he can create Battleworld and then have a battle once and for all for the for the greatest for the champions, the best champions of a multiverse of whatever universe they're from.
Oh man, I'm happy. Hit the ground running. That's what I like. Again, that's what I liked how it was compared to Ahsoka. Was like 3 episodes of like, Jesus Christ, let's get to it.
Ahsoka, we had to watch the 45-minute warm-up routine. Before we got into the actual. That's like going out watching batting practice before you get to the game.
Right. But you have to. Like, it's part of your ticket is you have to sit and watch batting practice. Like,
for 3 hours.
Me. 3 fucking hours of this.
Loki was just like,
here we go. Boom.
You're not just watching kickoff. You're on kickoff team.
Right.
Like, you were like, oh, fuck, we're going.
And then the other interesting thing is, does it not tie into Spider-Verse? Because we thought his little freaking out was like what happened to Miles, and he was a variant
between
in the
universes.
wrong timeline, and that's not it. That's him. That was just him somehow being outside of time and sliding through it. Oh man, I'm digging it, man.
Can't wait for Thursday.
I can't wait for another one. Oh my God. Well, as much fun as this has been,
and so much fun.
And by the way, Cody will be back. He says he's in New York visiting his brother. Do you believe?
Who's his quote-unquote brother?
His brother Zach. Do you believe that?
I believe his brother might be a different name.
Uh-oh. His brother Marjorie, is he even in D.C.? Is even in New York City? Is he in D.C. right now trying to get some...
Florida. We don't know.
We'll never know with him. We'll never know. It's just...
Yeah.
We'll just never know. Sure. Well,
but now we got a contractual
issue. Nobody wants this.
Skeletor.
Oh boy.
I think we witnessed at the beginning of this episode Jerry's prognostication skills as Mr. Football.
Oh, it's incredible what I predicted.
When you sent
remember out of an orange, out of
an unpeeled orange, I got the score for the Cowboys 49ers game. Have you ever been so in tuned with a sport or I don't know, even another human being, anything? Have you ever been in tune with anything so much where you could predict the outcome of it?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question. I'm glad that you've asked me that. You know, what happened was not too long ago we did a charity miniature golf tournament for sick children. Okay, and these were children who were terminal, dying. And their one wish was to get out there and play some miniature golf with the Big S on Snake Mountain. So we had this big, we throw this big festival, blah, 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 blah. And then it comes time for the miniature golf. More on this in a minute. But we actually had to move the location because we ended up making it a 36-hole course. And I wanted to get the most out of these children. And at the very end of it, I eliminated all the children, and it was just down to me and another one. And I told Beastman, I said, I'm going to win. Watch, I'm going to beat this kid. And, well, I had to get it in 2 shots to win, and the kid had to ace it, okay?
Okay.
Well, I came in 1 over, and the kid aced it.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyway, I still won because, well, lo and behold, his terminal illness got to him a lot faster than the doctors thought. You know what I mean? Hey, so I was the only one there to claim the trophy. So my prediction held, and I won. And I bet you didn't see this coming, but we actually could not hold the tournament at Snake Mountain because the grounds weren't big enough. We had to hold it in the biggest place we had, and that's Team-Ed's Mother's Pussy! You get it? You get it?
Yeah. You killed a child so you could win a game.
Miniature golf. Not even a
sport.
Not even a sport. Okay.
Oh, you would have loved it. You've ever seen The Untouchables with the baseball bat, the teamwork scene? I did that, but with a golf club. It was great. Just great.
All right. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
Didn't even put up a fight. Just one whack and the guy was down.
Wow. Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ.
My God. Okay.
Cinesnob
Let's
Cody.
get Cinesnob Cody. Let's get him Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Right.
You know how that guy, George Kittle, had a Fuck Dallas t-shirt on when the 49ers beat the Cowboys? Well, something similar. I took a shit on that dead kid.
Okay.
Not similar at all. That's
okay. I don't know.
Not even close to being similar.
Yeah. Citizen Cody. Eddie working on the fine.
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
That's it. Now, you can find me at all the same Ramble locales. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch. And my name on my YouTube channel. We will see you tomorrow for a regular Ramble Proper. Woo! How exciting is that? So until then, we love you all. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. Do all those things, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.